Morning, May the 19th. I'm First Warning Meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together every day at 8 o'clock and chat about what's going on in the world of weather. We may be a couple of moments late, but that's okay. It's okay. It's worth it, right? I was running a few seconds behind. It is what it is. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about today on Coffee Talk. Let's get right to it. The top two things that we are monitoring, first and foremost, is the wet season starting? It certainly seems that way. We're going to be talking about our rising rain chances for today, and we're also going to be discussing the overall rain patterns the next couple of days, which includes your weekend forecast. Yeah, lots going on in Central Florida this weekend. Monster Jam. There's a rocket launch today. What else is going on this weekend? I'm sure that you can tell me. There's a lot. So let's get right to it, all right? Good morning to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. At least it's beautiful outside on our Tower Cam network. Here's a shot from our Winter Park Studios looking off toward downtown Orlando. It's a little hazy, and over the next couple of days, we do have some Saharan dust moving in, so that haze is going to be a thing for us. Temperatures out the door, we're crawling them on the bottom of your screen. But here it is. Leesburg, you're sitting at 74 degrees. It's 75 in Orlando, 77 degrees in Sanford, 75 in DeLand, and 71 degrees in Titusville. So it looks great. It feels great. Excuse me. With all the rains from yesterday, though, I do want to point out we are tracking a little bit of fog in parts of town. Ocala, I'm talking to you, my friends. Visibility down to near nothing. So Marion County, even into Sumter County, that I-75 drive may be one that you have to take it a little slower because of that fog around. But the good news is that even if we're tracking a little bit of fog, what we are not tracking this morning is any rainfall. Our first warning live Doppler radar is rain-free. Wider perspective looking good, though that area of high pressure is building in over top of us. And that area of high pressure is going to suppress the rain chances and increase the heat. Remember, we had talked a lot about compressional heating. It was a weather nerd term, but we are going to be living it and breathing it today. Compressional heating indeed. So 85 by 11 o'clock, 91 by 1 o'clock. Remember, average high this time of year is 89. We'll do that by like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And then we're going to continue up from there. 91, 1 p.m., 95, our high temperature on the day today. It's a 30% coverage of showers and thunder showers. So, yeah, we are going to have some storms around. Tina, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Kelly, Jennifer. Welcome to Rockville. That's the other. I knew there was something in Daytona, but my brain wasn't working. It's because I need more cerveza? No, I'm just kidding. It's coffee. Okay, Beverly, good morning to you. David, Becca, good morning, good morning. Jennifer says Kiss is in concert tonight. Very cool. Frankie, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, there's a Kiss concert tonight? Smiley Richard, good morning. I didn't know there was a Kiss concert. How funny. Where is that? We don't have that. I mean, I didn't look that hard, if I'm honest with you. I wasn't expecting a concert on a Thursday night, but stranger things have happened, right? Listen, no matter what your plans are today, though, people, seriously, it's going to be an afternoon of heat. 95 in Orlando, 96 today in Kissimmee. If you're heading to the attractions, please take it easy. Seriously. It's a very hot day. 94 in Ocala, 95 in Leesburg, 95 in DeLand. Even at the beaches. I was there yesterday. I will be there to some extent again today. It's going to be yet again another hot forecast. So unfortunately, just no matter where you are, coast to coast, just be ready for the heat. So here we are this morning. I guess there's some high thin clouds over top of us. Here's Futurecast this morning, 10 a.m., continuing with some high thin clouds. Let's roll through time here. 11, 12, 1 o'clock, kind of keeping those clouds. By 1:30, 2 o'clock, we're going to start to try and spark up some showers and thunder showers, 3:34, which this is also telling me, if you notice, at 4 o'clock, some rains in Brevard. I'm going to be reporting live in Brevard at 4 o'clock, so that's probably telling me I need to bring my rain gear today. Note to self. Note to self. Bring said rain gear. Yeah. Yep. Geesh. That's just the most fun in the world. Good times. Pam, good morning to you. Nancy, was a very hot day today. Yes, a very hot day today in Tampa. I'm like, I cannot read for whatever reason. My apologies. Jessica says, Alexa, pack my rain gear. Wouldn't that be nice? Dottie up in Palatka, good morning. Frank says, better safe than sorry. It's true. I'm going to bring this is my coffee. I'm not going to bring my coffee, but I'm going to bring a big old thing of ice, big old thing of water. Yeah. You can't be too, I have found in parenting mode, you can't ever be too over prepared. Yeah. You can't be too over prepared. And then with my whole dietary restrictions now from my surgery, it just continues. All right, 5, 6 o'clock, rain's moving inland, and that continues through 6, 7 o'clock. That 7 o'clock snapshot is an important timeline because that's when ULA is hoping to send up their Atlas rocket today. It is in an N22 configuration. We chatted about this last night, which is super nerdy. N22 configuration, meaning N. No fairing on the rocket. 2, meaning there are 2 solid rocket boosters, and 2, meaning that there are 2 engines on the second stage Centaur. So kind of an interesting configuration, N22. I'll talk more about that because you can bet not only will I be doing the afternoon coffee talk from the weather lab out at the Cape, but also we'll probably be doing some special coverage from the lab. Now, I used my personal computer yesterday. I didn't tie into all the lab's equipment because it was just Tony and I jibber-jabbering. You're going to get the full lab experience on afternoon coffee talk, yada, yada, yada later on. So, yay, cool stuff, right? Jan says we had storms south and north, but not a drop in Eau Gallie. Didn't have a drop in my house either. Darn it. Janet, morning from West Palm Beach. Good morning, Janet. Oh, I'd love to be down there in Juneau right now. Going and getting some thirsty turtle wings for lunch. After breakfast at Bagel Boys. So hot that a mayonnaise jar on Funk and Wagnall's porch melted. Kenneth with the jokes this morning. Denise had sod put in part of my backyard a couple days ago, so I welcome the rain. Saves me on having to water. Well, so to that point, yes, we are absolutely trending wetter and wetter and wetter. So here's a look. Give me 2 seconds to move you. The lag on this internet is wild. All right. So let's talk a little bit about rain chances, okay? We are entering seemingly into the wet season. What is the wet season? All right. If you're new to Florida, this may be a new idea for you. The wet season usually starts late May, and essentially in Central Florida, during the wet season, you get showers and thunder showers every single day. Growing up, everybody used to say you could set your watch on it. You could set your clock by it. And it's not like that anymore. Guess what? It was never like that. Your memory blurs things. It's the identical setup as it was 20, 30, 40 years ago. Okay? Cold fronts stop arriving. Daily sea breeze showers and storms begin, and they are usually in the same timeline, but there are some exceptions, of course. And then morning lows and dew points hang out in the upper 60s and lower 70s. I can tell you, this is essentially happening in front of our very eyes right now. Cold fronts are done. Had one try and knock on our doorstep. We're going to have another one try and knock on our doorstep, but they're both going to fade. They're both not going to do their thing. Okay. And then the morning lows, Sanford's current temperature is 77. Daytona Beach's current temperature is 75. We're there, right? All right, look at the rain chances over the next couple of days. Don't believe me? Just take a look at these healthy rain chances these next couple of days. It's going to rain. Today, a relatively low rain coverage. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, it's going to rain. It's going to rain heavily. Yeah, in spots, we'll say. So for your new sod, Denise, I think we're going to be doing okay, right? And another thing too, your sprinkler systems. I've already adjusted mine to summer values, knowing that the rainy season is here. Ryan says I'll be camping today. Very cool. It's gonna be hot out. Be careful. Sean says West Palm Beach next weekend for DMB. If I could go, oh my gosh, I would go. Alex already had the weekend off, but we're going to see him in Jacksonville. Loved watching you and Tony last night. That should happen more. It was fun. We don't get the opportunity to do that. Yeah, we. If you don't know what Michelle's talking about, Manolfi and I were shooting something for the Hurricane Special yesterday, and we just Facebook Lived our entire drive home from Bethune Beach. Just threw up a Facebook Live, and we chatted, and it was everywhere. You know, we chatted about everything. And nothing at all at the same time. Amazing how that works. Daniel, I'm attempting to kayak circumnavigate Florida. Just curious what 3-month period you would recommend. My first thought is fall. That's 3-month period. That's hard to promise you 3 months of decent weather. My first thought would be fall. Avoiding hurricanes, though. Ay, that's a tough one. Cav, will rain be a washout for Saturday for Speedway races near Orlando? So when it comes to the rain chances these next couple of days, they're more along the lines of afternoon patterns, okay? So the good news is it's not going to be complete washouts, but just take a look. Let me pull up some Futurecast data. Give me 2 seconds to get down there. Okay, I'm going to pull up the long-range Futurecast. It's not going to give you, like, exacts, but it will at least give us an idea of what we're looking at. So here we are. So there's Friday. Notice that is a wet pattern across the peninsula. Okay? 3 p.m., showers and storms across the interior, focusing the activity 5 p.m. out west and then continuing over west. So my brother, Frankie, Friday, not looking so great out by you. All right? Then we continue this overnight. Saturday, 9, 10 o'clock, rains up to our north. All right? And then kind of starting to filter into our area through the afternoon. Sunday, starting with coastal showers, moving inland for thunderstorms. And then Monday, just a couple of showers and storms around, especially kind of north of town. Yeah. Good times. The rainy season kicking in. By the way, just for chatting, so today's rain chances are going to be relatively low, but I do want to point out, as we start to pick into the summer pattern, one thing that you need to know is that some of these could be heavy. And we're looking at a bit of an amplification as well these next few days. So we are watching the threat for flooding, especially from about the metro area off through the south. That for tomorrow, Friday. And then for Saturday, we're watching mainly our western areas from about the metro off toward the west. So not only is there a decent rain coverage these next several days, but there's also very heavy rainfall as well playing in. So keep that in mind. And that does dominate our weekend forecast. So as we make plans, Saturday, hot, muggy, 90. Hot, muggy, 91 for Sunday. Showers and thunder showers for both days, a 60 to 70% coverage. So no matter what your plans are, like Monster Jam, there's a million events going on in town. Just plan for rain. I don't even know, did we make a Monster Jam graphic? We are going to have to do that. Manolfi and I talked about that last night, but it doesn't look like it. Manolfi, doesn't look like it happened. I guess I know what I'm doing this morning. Okay. Bring on the rain, Jessica says. Indeed. Feeling great in Port Orange this morning. Diane, I bet you have a bit of a breeze. Something we don't have here in Orlando, ever, seemingly. Yeah. So you want to take the dog for a walk? Looks pretty good. Kristen, Saturday morning rain, South Brevard. I would say late morning you may get a couple of showers and then everything kind of moves inland. We could take bets on whether or not it rains in Summerfield or not. Yeah, is it going to rain by Lakeland? Do you know? The problem, Evelyn, is you didn't ask when. Marie, Jeannie's on countdown to summer vacation. She is. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Mary Lee, you two sounded like brothers in arms. Listen, I mean, if there's one person that I work with that might as well be an honorary member of the family, it's got to be Manolfi. You know, whether or not you know this, before I worked at Wesh, I worked at a sister station in West Palm, and all I wanted to do was get to Wesh. And Manolfi called me literally every day, checking in, seeing how things were going. And you may not remember this guy, but years ago, Malachi Rogers was a meteorologist at Wesh. And the second that Malachi left, Manolfi called me and said, don't do anything yet, but Malachi's leaving. Start thinking about what you're going to do because we have to tell. Like, I was in West Palm, and the way that it works in my company is if you want to move around within the company, you don't go behind your boss's back. That's not the way that it works. You have to talk to your boss and say, you know, there's an opening. I want to go to it. Can you talk to that manager on my behalf? That's the way it works in my company. Every company's different, right? So Manolfi was like, just start thinking about what you're going to say. And as we're talking about this, I'll pop in the 7-day forecast because that's coming. And he said, don't say anything yet. So didn't say anything. Phone rang. And it was Manolfi again. Now go to your boss. I went to my boss. Kyle Grimes was the guy's name. And I said, Kyle, there's a job opening in Orlando. And Kyle knew I wanted to be in Orlando. And Kyle, that was it. I was prepared to give this whole spiel. And Kyle just said, turn around and shut the door as you walk out. I'll call him right now. There you go. The rest, as they say, is nerd history. So to say that Manolfi might as well be a family member, but I feel like he should be like my creepy uncle. I don't know. He's not old enough to be my dad, although I tell him he is, but that's just, you know, that's just me being a putz. Bruce says this month marks the first time the Oviedo's Farmers Market has a second weekend. This Saturday will be Old Coots in action again. Please hold the rain off for Saturday morning. I'll try, Bruce. By the way, if you're looking for good advice, don't go see Bruce and the Old Coots, but they do offer advice, right? What's the saying, Bruce? You have to share that. Let's see here. Ted says, let's get wet. We're going to these next couple of days for sure, right? Yeah. Shauna says, I'm worried about lightning while standing in the open infield at Daytona. Hopefully they will let us in behind the grandstands in that case. So the good news is because of the way that the patterns are operating, it should just be a couple of showers and storms kind of early, Shauna, and then it all works inland. So I actually think that you're going to be okay. As long as everything follows the patterns that it should be. So I think that you're going to be okay. Yeah. See here, bring on the rainy season minus the storms. Well, you can't really have one without the other. Ryan says time to get the RV loaded. There you go, man. There you go. Good morning to you, Leonard. Evelyn loves the rain. I love that. I love that. Ryan says no wind in Flagler right now. Yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Yep. We have graduation on Merritt Island Saturday at 7. Hopefully we'll be okay. I think you will be okay, Debbie. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. For right now. I think so. Bruce, it may be bad advice, but it's free. I just stole your line. A friend, she had reached out to me and said that she needed advice. And I said, I tried to steal your quote. I said, I'm here to offer it. It might not be good, but it's free. So I tried to steal your quote there as best as I could. Shauna, thanks, Eric. I'm going today, Friday, and Saturday. Very cool. Enjoy. I'll be at the beach today, too. The beach. I'll be covering the rocket launch later today. Not at the beach, but, right at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. So if it's raining at the beach, you and I are both getting wet together. Although I'm probably going to bring rain gear just in case. I know the way that this works. I say that it should move inland, and then you get that one storm that's right at the beach, and it just sits over top of us. Yeah. Oh, well. Are the rain chances lower at the beach? It kind of forms and moves inland real quick. So, yeah, the beaches look to be pretty good. Yeah. Did I miss the future cast for tomorrow? If so, I'll rewind the feed. Well, I don't know that I went through tomorrow. So, here, let's do that real fast. Stand by one. All right, so rain chances for tomorrow. So we did go through today, but we didn't go through tomorrow. So here's your Friday. Looking good in the morning, some clouds around certainly. Through late morning, we're going to start to watch the moisture really working into town. There's 9 o'clock, looks like even some showers around the Tampa area, Polk County. Then it starts to spread throughout, and watch that shield of rain. Tomorrow is looking to be fairly wet. A nice, decent wave of rain coming in across the entire area. As that high pressure moves out, it's just allowing, this rich tropical moisture to move in. Nothing developing or anything like that. But yeah, I would say that tomorrow the morning is looking pretty wet south of us, and it just kind of lifts up into our direction more and more as the day progresses. Shauna says I'm taking a light poncho just in case, hoping to see the rocket go up as well. Wouldn't that be a lot of fun? Like, who's playing at like 7 o'clock? A little Nirvana? Who's playing at 7 o'clock? You get that jam with that jam. That sounds good to me. Bo, where do you find the rocket launch schedules? I would like to take the kids to a weekend launch, but it seems like SpaceX can only launch during the weekdays. Totally not true. I think that they may try to launch on weekdays because of staffing, right? But there are so many times where I can't go to the launch because it happens on a weekend. But Bo, I would say KSC Visitors Complex. If I go to that website, do they have like a schedule, a launch schedule? Oh yeah, launches and events. Kennedy Space Center launches and events, and they've got a rocket launches set schedule there. Yeah, so like for example for today, here, let me just copy this. Stand by 1 second. Let me get this turned around. Ignore that. That's yesterday's model data, and I never updated it. I'll update it. Don't you worry. Are you going to paste? There it is. Okay. All right. So there's the events calendar. Wow, this is so laggy. Let's go. Yeah, there's today. OFT2 rocket launch, Starliner orbital uncrewed 6:54. So that's the one I'm covering. Yeah. So very cool stuff. That's what we're at today. But yeah, check it out. I know that they sell like experiences where you could see up close rocket launches, that sort of thing. But yeah, super. Seeing launches is just, I love it. I love it. Kiss, Five Finger Death Punch, Fuel. Oh, Kiss is performing over at Welcome to Rockville. That makes sense now. I need to wake my brain up. I really do. Brian, just got here. Do you mind if Eric starts over? Yeah, I'll just start over. Yeah, I'll just start the whole thing over again. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about tropics. You saw yesterday's model. So we've been talking a lot about the goofiness of the GFS. It's been for weeks now trying seemingly to develop something tropical in nature that's not coming to fruition. It absolutely has this convective bias. And ever since it's been updated, it's had this convective bias. Don't love that. Don't love that. That'll be a real beast if it does that all hurricane season long. Hopefully it's just kind of trying to figure itself out as we transition into hurricane season. But here's the GFS anyway. This is the reading from the top left, initialized 6Z, so it's the most recent run of the GFS. MSLP, mean sea level pressure normalized anomaly. What it means is that we're looking at pressures. The oranges, that's higher pressure, that's nicer air. I always tell my elementary schoolers when I do school talks, happy highs, bright sunshine, beautiful weather. Lonely lows, that's where the stormy weather is. All right, so let's follow through time here. Thursday, Friday. Hold on 1 second. Let me optimize speed. Hopefully that'll help me a little bit. Friday, Saturday, still with high pressure. Still with high pressure. I'm just trying to custom set. Let me just try and speed up my remote connection here. Hit that. One more time. Okay, all right. So rolling through. Saturday. Sunday, still nothing. Still nothing. Yep, still nothing. So you can see through next week, it's initialized the CAG, but it's finally saying, no, it's not going to develop into anything tropical next week. But let's just keep going, right? There's May 28th, 29th. Okay, now it's showing some lowering pressures in the Caribbean, but still nothing, so that's good. Maybe something in the Pacific Basin, but then what is that? What is that there? That's Friday, June 3rd. What you're noticing, I hope, is that the GFS keeps trying to develop something around hour 300 to like 378. And it just keeps pushing it off, and it just keeps pushing it off, and it just keeps pushing it off. The European isn't showing any of this. Nothing. So what does that say to me? It says to me, don't trust it. That's what it's saying to me, right? It's saying it doesn't have a good handle on it. So we will continue to share things, but don't be too excited about it. Don't be too concerned about it. We'll let you know. The LRC, of course, continues to show that the first focal point for the month of June, and I'll share that real fast here. The first focal point for the month of June is going to be, I believe it's the Gulf, so like Texas, Louisiana area. Let it load. Let it load. Let it load. Here's June. So here's my monthly calendar for June. Yeah, so June 6th and 7th, we're going to be watching around Texas and Louisiana. Come on. Go. Animate. Do I have to beg you? There you go. All right. So there you go. I would say for us, the end of June, 24th, 25th, 26th, that's going to be the time frame that we're going to have to watch here in our area, okay? We'll watch it. We'll keep you up to date, okay? Carol, can you comment on the loop current in the Gulf? Absolutely. Yeah, the loop current is a very warm channel of water. The loop current is responsible for storms like Katrina exploding, storms like Charlie exploding. But remember, water temperatures are only one part of the overall pattern, right? Only one part. So even if the water is boiling hot, but you have Saharan dust upstairs and you have wind shear upstairs, you're not going to get stuff, right? So don't worry about it. For now, all of these ingredients are there. Owen says the GFS is like the old Mayan calendar doomsday people. Keep pushing out the doom every time it doesn't pan out. I mean, you know, the computer models are guidance, not gospel. Remember that, right? Just remember that. That's all, okay? All right, that's all I've got for you today. It's 8:30. I will see you again at 3:30 for the afternoon coffee talk. We'll be doing that in the lab. We're meeting at the Cape at 3, and so by 3:30, we'll either be rolling up to our broadcast site or we will be en route to the broadcast site. So I'll probably just be in the lab for that one, of course. And then we'll probably do a special edition of Coffee, like a special launch edition, Facebook and Twitter and YouTube broadcast. We'll probably do that. If the launch is at 7-ish, I'll probably do it at about 6:30. I'll pop on and go from about 6:30 to 6:45, something to that effect. Maybe I'll even do 6 o'clock. Who knows? We'll see how feisty we want to get. All right? All right. That's all I've got for you. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. See you at 3:30 and then again in the 6 o'clock hour for some special coverage. All right? Bye, guys.